is like after I was like telling her about like how I was like trying to sleep, like deprive myself, and like I refuse to go to bed before 11 o'clock, and I'm still getting up early. I'm getting up at like 4:45.
Oh man, yeah. So
he turns over to me like all concerned, and he's like, Kevin, I'm worried about your mental health. Like your bag's on your eyes. Like the other guys look great, and you look. I'm like worried about.
She's being extra.
well, get some sleep while you can. No need to sleep deprive yourself
you
now.
Need Botox too. Oh my god.
You know you can do it. I
was like, take it easy. Say.
All right, welcome back to the dad chapter.
We're not dads. No, check that. We are dads, not experts.
And we're just winging it.
All right, episode 4 here. We're going to talk about ready or not. Here they come.
Woo-hoo.
Ready or not.
I feel like you needed a little bit more of a pause. Ready or not.
Yes. How do you know?
Here they come.
That was good. I like that.
How do you know when you're ready?
So TJ, what are we talking about?
I think we touched on it very briefly. I mean, I don't think there's ever the right time. I don't think you're ever actually ready for kids. But Kendrick, I don't know if you have anything to put on that, but it just happened, and
yeah, well,
you go with it.
I'm gonna let Kevin mull that one over for just a minute. Yeah, let that marinate.
I told you not to do that.
That thought.
I literally hate when you say that.
That's the word of the week.
He says it all the time.
Anyway, yeah. So
like we're a friggin'.
I think you just have to jump into dad mode. Like I remember like when that moment hit me, like this is gonna be real. You know, like I mean, there's the moment of finding out that you are expecting. Like you see the 2 pink lines and that whole process, and that's like pretty surreal. You're like, what does that mean?
2 lines means pregnant, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Yes. Doesn't necessarily
is that
mean
like universal.
one or
that was
2
a fair
babies,
question.
But that is a fair question. Yeah. Doesn't mean like 2 babies necessarily, but yeah, it means that yes, you are pregnant and expecting, and yeah, and then
I think I actually remember that vividly, talking about the pregnancy test. And
TJ, what'd you say?
I could.
What'd you say when you found out?
I actually could have choked my wife because the timing
you said something, right?
No, the timing was absolutely horrible. Like,
yeah, were you about to go out?
I was about to go out to eat with 4 of our friends, like our best friends, and I was all pumped. You know, it was like I think it was like a Friday night, like right after work. I'm like, I can't wait. This place has great food, great drinks, and like the atmosphere was just like amazing there. Like, I love this place. And the boy, you know, I was meeting with the 2 boys, the girls, they can do their thing, and we're getting ready.
Burger 25?
No, but shout out to Burger.
Yeah.
Burger's amazing. No, it was a place in I want to say like maybe Red Bank area or somewhere around there. But anyway, she just drops it on me while we're getting ready, and I was like, wait, what? I literally was like, I was in shock. I was like,
drop
what?
that bomb.
I didn't know what to think.
You're like put it on your pants, and you're like, wait, what?
I'm not even kidding. I think it was like I was getting changed or something, and I was like, I almost thought it was like a joke. I was like, are you serious?
Yeah, like is this real news?
Well, I took the test, and
first emotion.
I didn't know.
What was it? Were you like
just like blown away? Like I didn't know what to think. I didn't have an emotion. I kind of was just like, what?
Is there
like,
any sort of like excitement or nerves or just like
I think a little bit of everything all at once because
Yeah.
I was like my mind was not processing.
Like disbelief. It's like, all right, she said she's pregnant, but like
that's probably the best way to put it. I was in disbelief
Right?
because we just started trying, and I hear like all these people having issues, and it's a normal thing. Like it's way more normal than people want to let like.
I hate that word. What is that? Trying. Like try. What is trying? Like there's such like a technicality behind like we're trying.
Yeah.
It's like a process. Some people it's just
congratulations.
Happens. Yeah. And others, try for a long time. Yeah, you got to like get the right window. You know, there's like a whole timing to it, and then
and I think that's like the funniest part because like when this podcast started coming out, everyone was like, "Is Taylor pregnant? Are you guys like trying?" Or just like Taylor. Everyone's asking. It's like, "Are you pregnant?" And she's like, No, like we're not pregnant.
Yeah.
We're not trying. We're like, and it's like we're going, like we're just living life, and like we're kind of just enjoying what's happening right now. We just got married, just like in the process, like kind of that next step. And it's like, all right, yeah, it's good. If it happens, it happens. Amazing.
Right.
But like trying. What is like technicality behind? Like I don't know. Like
it's when I feel like it's when you come to terms in your mind, like I guess I'm ready to have a kid. Yeah.
Oh, so you are ready.
When you mentally prepare, I mean, like, unless you just think it's going to take a year and then you're like, you know, like in the process.
So there
like,
must be a moment where like you two like kind of come together. You're like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's take this on.
Let's do this.
Right?
Yeah. Right.
It has that defines trying.
I think so. I agree with that. I mean, kind of, I guess, subconsciously. I don't think it was very conscious for me, but yeah, it happened like immediate. And I was in disbelief, like you said. I couldn't believe it. I was like, all right, I'm gonna forget about this for now because like now we got to go to dinner with our friends, and I had to put on like a front almost, pretend like I didn't hear the news.
Because you can't tell anyone either.
No, so
you get some of the best news, and then you gotta be like
keep it on the back burner.
Yeah,
exactly.
Mull it over.
Mull it over. Think about that car ride.
That was better use.
No, but think about that car ride on the way to dinner. Like I'm thinking in my head, all these things going through my head. I'm like,
oh wow. Yeah,
that's a lot of mulling.
Mic drop, like holy shit, I'm gonna be a dad. Like
you listen,
and
like
you didn't
want
to tell anyone because you know you wait and make sure everything's okay. You get your first visit and it's ultrasound and stuff. And
see, that's a different.
That's like a process. That's like 2 to 3 months, right? Like in that window. Isn't it like the first trimester you can't tell anyone or?
Oh yeah,
something.
I mean, you could do what you
want. It's all personal preference. Yeah.
Yeah, you always want.
I think like 3 months. I think
like make sure it's healthy.
Like
make sure
weeks.
it's like
right.
Again, yeah. Story for a different day.
Yeah.
But.
No, but I feel like that's a different scenario than at least what I experienced, like finding out, because I mean, we had been like quote unquote trying, I guess, for a couple months at least. And then it was like that moment, like I remember it very vividly. It's a Friday night. It was like June 3rd. It was like right in the beginning of like summer, you know, it was getting hot. Our AC was broken. So we had a guy coming out and it took him forever. Like, you know how it goes with that stuff. It was like, they were delayed, you know, hour went by. I was like, is this guy showing up? And he shows up at like 8 o'clock as it's getting like dark outside, and he, you know, managed to fix it, which was nice. So we had some air conditioning for the night. But then right after that, Shannon like was like, oh, here, I want to like take this test. And I'm like, right now? She's like, yeah. Like she had a suspicion,
like,
I guess.
Feeling?
She had like that, that like intuition.
And the AC guy just fixed your house?
Yeah.
It's like when she decides?
I guess she was waiting for him to leave. So like he just left, and then she's like, okay, like I'm going to go try this. And I was like, okay. And then you, as the guy, like you're just waiting there and it feels like an eternity. Like you see that in like the movies sometimes. And I'm just,
what do you got to wait? Like
there.
90 seconds?
I'm just pacing. It felt like 5 hours. Like I'm just pacing in the hallway. Like she didn't want me in like the bathroom as she doing this test. You know?
What were you hoping for? Were you hoping like what?
Yeah, I mean that's a good question. I was hoping that it was 2 pink lines. Like I was hoping it was a success, but like I wasn't necessarily expecting that. Like I just was going to be supportive either way. And then when she came out like with that look on her face, like not to give it away, but like had something behind her back, and then she like pulls it out and shows me the 2 pink lines, and I was just like, wow. Like, and be a dad. Like, that's when it hit me. I mean,
and you were how old?
I was 29, 30.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Just 30. Yeah. Going on 31, I think. So,
wow.
Yeah. So there you go. So 30 is the new 20, I guess.
That's when your life changed forever.
Yeah. No looking back.
Literally.
Burn the boats.
Yeah, that's it. Burn the boats.
Burn whatever,
no
safety,
no
precautions you had.
No rope.
You were trying.
The Dark Knight fans. Yeah, right?
I just love that we never even heard this story before.
Yeah.
Like, that's pretty cool.
I think that's the best part about this.
Oh, yeah. And I'm telling you, like, I same emotions, TJ. Like, I didn't really know what to expect. Like, of course, I'm like emotional, but you don't really know what that means, right?
No, you don't.
You have like a concept.
It was a bundle of emotions.
Yeah, right.
I was just in disbelief. I was like, what?
Yeah.
And then like the next day when you woke up, like did it feel like a dream? Because it was probably late after a long day waiting for the AC guys. So you guys were probably sweating up the storm.
Yeah,
literally a hot day in Jersey, and then all of a sudden you're like, all right, we're having a baby girl, or like we're just having a baby.
Right.
Next day it's like, all right.
Yeah, no, definitely.
Nervous? Did you Google like
Kendrick was still sweating?
What does 2 lines mean?
With the AC fixed.
I was like, does 2 lines mean pregnant? Like,
Yeah.
I want to verify that.
No, 100%. Yeah, I mean, you guys know me, and I'm just a sweaty guy to begin with. Like, it doesn't take much, and so like, yeah, combine no AC with that news, like I would have been sweating all night. So.
And this is when the Ninja Warrior started, right?
Oh yeah, I mean, this is back in prime Ninja Warrior days, and then I'm thinking like, I'm gonna have a little baby that's gonna train with me, like cheer me on.
That's
so
cool.
yeah, stay tuned for the American Ninja Warrior
Be
glory.
awesome.
Yes,
Episode 7.
But what about when I know for me I felt some sort of guilt during the pregnancy stage for her.
Oh yeah.
Did you feel that as well? I mean, it's rough or like
yeah, because you want to like be there and be supportive and like help out, and it's, you don't have those same type of obviously like changes going on like hormonally and physically. So it's like you just try to do the best you can in terms of like cooking and cleaning and like doing all the house stuff that you can to make it easier and be supportive. But yeah, I mean, like I definitely felt like maybe I had some of the sympathy pains, like, I was getting way more emotional. Like we'd be watching a movie and I'd be getting like all teary eyed over something.
Oh my God.
Yeah,
Wait,
yeah.
yeah. So that's like kind of like that first moment, but like now that like you live through those stages, and not to cut you off like that, but like, are you gonna be ready again soon? Like, is number 3 like a conversation that like you're having too? Because
I mean,
7 months.
Yeah. So I mean,
number 2.
Part of me feels like I'm ready now. Like,
okay.
Whoa.
So what does that mean?
yeah. So just to go on record, yeah. I mean, my wife is not pregnant, so that would be a surprise.
Yet.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I mean, sure. I mean, if we were going for a third one day, I mean, that would be amazing.
Is there a timeline like from like baby number 2 is 7 months? Like, do you need to wait like another 12? Is there a rule?
There is a recommendation. I don't know if it's
Who
a
makes
rule.
that?
I mean,
Doctors.
professionals. Yeah, some
Okay.
people, they have Irish twins, right? Isn't that like 2 babies within like 12 months? They're not twins, but like
is that what that means?
Yeah, they're less than 12 months apart. So it's
Yeah.
basically back to back.
So as soon as you got the chance, you went for it.
Yeah, I mean, so we waited 12 months after
So
our
that's
daughter
like
was
recommended.
born. Yes.
It's basically recommended to let them kind of get resituated down
heal.
there, and also the hormonal
the healing process.
Yeah, healing down below, and just I think the hormones in general, let them kind of maybe settle a little bit, because
Yeah,
women they can have issues up to like a year or 2 after birth, believe it or not, which that blows my mind.
I believe it just because of the the miracle that they achieve throughout pregnancy is like,
I think I'm witnessing it now with my wife. Like there are days where she can't explain why she's feeling emotions, and I'm like, it's got to be like the aftermath of the pregnancy. Like they say your hormones don't get regulated right away, and for some women it's longer than others.
Well, that's what they say when they come off the birth control. It's like the birth control, I think once you come off it after being on it for so long, there's like that, not the same type of situation, but like you got to re-regulate your emotions, and you don't know what that feels like.
I think that's why they say it's like 18 months, is probably like the general recommendation.
Wait, but what I think is cool, like the coolest part is like when you see those couples that maybe have like a larger gap. Like most kids are like 2 to 3 years apart. Then you have like those like siblings that maybe are like 7 to 10 years apart.
Right.
Like shout out to those parents. Like kudos to you. Oh, like all of a sudden 10 years later, you're like, all right, let's get it on again. Like, you ready? Or like, is it an
That's
accident?
what's called an oopsie.
So those are the mistakes.
Surprise.
Yeah. But those are like the cool mistakes. It's like, oh, like damn.
Yeah.
Here comes another one. But it's like having
it's a beautiful surprise, right?
It ends up working out because like, I don't know, it keeps you young.
You're back in the chaos once again. Yeah. You're back into the beautiful chaos. So
Interesting.
Probably
With
hurts
help.
a little bit more.
Right. Yeah.
I think everything happens for a reason. So it's a beautiful thing for sure.
Well, I'm assuming those parents are probably a lot more ready than those parents that are trying like number 3, like at your age.
It's fascinating because, I mean, in one regard, like they're out of the baby phase. Like maybe in their mind they were done with the baby phase and now they're back in it. So it's like, trying to change a diaper again, like Huff, like trying to figure out how to get the straps.
I couldn't do it. It was very complicated.
Yes.
I could not do it.
I mean,
I would have a blowout.
TJ made it look easy. So
yeah, I impressed myself. It was probably a little tighter than it should have been, but
yeah, I mean, it was above his belly button. Is that normal?
those blowouts are powerful.
A little high.
Yeah.
So give him a freaking wedgie.
B+.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's a whole different dynamic then, because now you have an older toddler, almost teenager, right? And now they're helping out. It's cool for them, I bet, too. Like they have a baby that they can take care of. And so that must be like.
You're saying for the teenager?
I'm saying like, I don't know if like a
Come on,
13-year-old would actually want to help out with a baby.
A teenager's probably going to be annoyed by that.
No, more
yeah,
like
I mean, you're probably right because I have seen some couples in that situation. They're like, no, they don't really hang out with the baby much. But
the teenage years are just weird. Like, I don't know.
Maybe
like,
you get a few golden years where the 7-year-old is helping out.
I'm scared of those.
Oh, yeah. The teenage years?
Sure.
Yeah. Oh, I'm more afraid of those than right now.
That's like making or breaking it.
Especially with having a girl over there.
Oh, yeah.
Teenage years ago.
The sass is real.
That's what Taylor's parents always say about Taylor's. Like, karma's going to come around.
Oh,
That's weird.
Already setting her up, right? Yeah. So you're saying you're going to have a girl? You're going to be a girl dad?
Yeah.
Is that your prediction?
So Taylor does a bunch of like those psychics. Like I think her mom and her sister like love those psychics. And a lot of them have been like somewhat accurate.
Yeah.
But one thing that has always stayed consistent is like 3 girls. And like I think that's like most people say like I'd be a great girl dad. Yeah, probably.
I could see you being a girl dad.
Like, having that army of tailor-made women. Like I'm scared.
Tailor-made. Tailor-made. That's a good brand, right?
Tailor-made.
Tailor-made.
I'll tell you what. My wife's gone to psychics or whatever you want to call them. And there's been a few times where, like, I'm a natural skeptic, and some of the stuff they said, I'm like, whoa.
It's like too.
Yeah, like how did you know
you
that?
have to
like,
be a believer.
Yeah. Wild. Like some wild stuff.
We did a dog psychic one time, too.
And wasn't that spot on?
We're guilty of that, too.
Dude, they're the best.
I'm telling you.
Like, what? Yeah. He said that?
Yeah. I was like, what? The whole time I was just like shaking my head, like, what is going on?
I know. Some of it's a stretch, but like when you have those weird coincidence type of situations, it's like, how did you know that? I think it's cool. So like, hey, like that's what I'm destined for, then it is what it is. It's kind of like the goal there. It's like
girl dad.
As long as they're healthy.
Kevin's still
I feel bad for those upcoming boyfriends and potential husbands and like Taylor's like Taylor's gonna be like one of those like nice moms, like overly nice moms, like because like I'm just I don't know.
Are you gonna be waiting on the front porch? Are you gonna be waiting there?
No, I'm just
until they get home from their dates?
I'm just not gonna talk to them. I'm just gonna ignore them.
Man, you're gonna be outnumbered even with the
dogs.
dogs.
Throw shade on them.
So yelled
you
at
have
by
3
Taylor
girls, plus Taylor. You're gonna have 4 girls, and then you and the boys.
But that's why it's important during the teenage years. Like I gotta make sure, like they always say, like the biggest thing that the daughter notices is how the father treats the mother, and like making sure like that spark stays alive, making sure like you still like treat them with like this respect, because that's what the daughter is always gonna expect of her potential significant others, and that's like what I noticed with like Taylor's parents. Like her father treats the mother like incredible. It holds me to a higher standard.
Absolutely.
So like that's my goal with that. It's like I need to stay on my A game. I need to stay a role model, not at like just work or personal, but like also in the relationship. Because like I got to make sure she knows what is acceptable and what's not, and that's up to us.
Yeah, you're setting the example,
and I think that's cool.
Yeah, don't they say like the daughters like they end up marrying their dads, like figuratively speaking?
Yeah, like
they do
because that's like the type of role model like that.
That's why it's even more important.
Right?
Well, that's the case. I never heard that.
My older sister-in-law actually made a joke to me once, and she was like, "I know why Emma married you because like you look and remind me of my father when he was younger."
Right?
And I was like, "Wow!" That was the first time I heard.
I do see that.
And then I saw a picture of him when he was younger. And I have it hanging up in the office, and he had a goatee and everything. And I was like, no way.
Yeah, right?
It's weird.
Yeah, you guys do do your hair the same too.
Yeah,
I think. Yeah.
He's a great guy, so I'm happy with the comparison.
Awesome.
So but maybe there's just some truth to that. Maybe that's what you saw.
Let's say I don't know, like 15 years from now, whatever, Kenzie's like 2.
Yeah.
So 17, 18, she's probably gonna be going to prom. Think of yourself.
Slow down.
Are you showing up in that outfit? You think that prom date should be like, oh, look at this guy, he's so
nervous already.
I might add like a tropical bow tie.
He's gonna show up in that Hawaiian shirt, and the kid's gonna be like this all-star like alpha athlete.
You don't even know the half of it.
And he's gonna be like, "What's up, coach?"
Can the camera get this? We got the socks.
With the matching socks.
Oh, we got the Floral Friday socks with the shirt.
Oh man!
Do you think this would embarrass my daughter? You think this would embarrass?
I think she would have accepted you by now. Like she's just like take it or leave it. This
by
is my
17,
dad.
I hope she would just know who I am.
She might be wearing the same thing.
Accept that.
I mean, if you're lucky,
ugly.
her date's wearing the same thing. Imagine that.
Hey, that would be a funny picture, right? Yeah, be like, Hey,
Then you got Lucky wearing the shirt too.
Oh yeah, we'll get her all dolled up.
Are you going to like Aruba or something tonight? No.
Date night?
No.
Is this acceptable? You think
No,
think
but
my
just
wife
like,
would like this?
does she like look at you, be like, babe, you look great.
Yeah,
she's like, oh my
she's my
God.
biggest fan. Yeah,
I can't wait for you to come home later.
Yeah, sometimes
Because we're trying.
Hey, I mean, sometimes she does look at me and she's like, "You gonna wear that?" Like,
So she does question it.
I mean, it's more of like the pants and the shorts because I wear them until like they're falling apart. So if there's like a hole in the back, she's like, "Really? Like you're gonna wear that in public?" I'm like,
I think I'm at that stage too. I just don't care.
yeah,
Like,
I'm the
just,
same
like,
way. I just
I
find
wear the
something
same
that smells
stuff.
relatively clean.
I make sure it smells good. I wash it. Like,
Yeah.
but like I'm just like, who gives a shit?
Right,
until
right.
you have kids, then you're really gonna feel like that.
I always see
yeah.
like the little like joke. It's like when you have kids, it's like as long as like you're like walking out with like at least 2 shoes on, like that's a W.
I'm
It's
all
like,
for like the
what?
less decisions, the better. Yeah, like if Shannon wanted to plan my
That's
outfits,
true.
I see like those dads, where it's like they just got dressed, like their wives picked out their outfits and it's a family matching.
Yo,
theme.
I do wish there was like a
I could do
uniform.
that.
I wish there was like a universally like not
Yeah.
like universal, but like I just want to wear the same thing every day.
Yeah.
I'll get the same shirt 7 times.
So you don't have to think about it.
Just
Right.
like I'll wear it as long as I know it looks good.
That's what CEOs do, right?
Like,
It's like
what-
decision overload, so they just wear the same
Yeah,
thing. every
minimize
day.
it. Yeah.
Minimalist.
Yeah.
Like what would be your dad uniform? Like if you had to.
It would definitely be like cargo shorts, like khakis,
like all year round?
Jake from State Farm, winter all year. I need
we're
at least
talking about
6.
the Viking over here. This kid
Oh,
showed
yeah.
up to my house a few weeks ago. It was freezing out, and he's wearing shorts and a
The
Actually,
t-shirt.
you
cold
got
never bothered
cargos.
me anyway. I'll just
Okay,
say
you got
that.
the cargo shorts on.
Yeah, because I need 6
High
pockets.
socks, ankle socks.
Yeah, like probably ankle socks.
Okay, so like
Unless it
what,
was really cold.
what kind of shoes? Just like comfortable sneakers,
Yeah, so whether I'm going to work,
on your feet, like
hang with
versatile.
you guys. Yes. So,
Okay.
and then
Have you ever tried canes? Like those like
I love them.
have not.
you got
I
them?
wear them.
You got canes?
Dude, I wear them every day to work.
No
and
way.
Everyone always looks at me.
gonna
They're
have to-
like,
can you
what
give
are
me a
you
pair?
wearing?
They're the best. They're made of sugar cane.
We got to get sponsored
wow.
by them.
Oh.
I wear them to work. The people are like, what
You're trying
are
too
those?
hard. Stop. No, but we're not. I mean, at the end of the day,
you
like they're
actually have
good.
them on.
I always wear them. Taylor's like accepted it because I
you
used
show
to.
the
wear-
camera?
I'm not gonna get up. Google them. So it's Kane.
Okay.
They're based out of Connecticut, and I've always seen like people wear them. I just like my goal here is like I just want to wear the same shoe everywhere. I'm getting very close to wearing them at work, but like I just can't. Like Taylor, like
Can't go.
I just can't because like you see my
Comfort first.
socks and
You're
like
definitely not business.
like
looking.
I'm in the city. I wish. Trust me, I wish. Like at
Yeah.
home.
Yeah, because city walking, that'd be
Oh,
great.
dude, and they're so comfortable, and like now they have like these like outdoor versions, so you could like wear them without socks, whatever. But point being, it's like I want something I can wear all the time. So like your shoe, you gotta be comfortable in them.
Right, right.
Try them out.
Okay, I'll try them.
Yeah.
Sorry,
Yeah,
continue.
well, hey, I mean,
I have a work pair and I have a casual pair, like a white one.
Oh, I tell you,
so
I had no idea.
Yeah, and I wear them on the week. Honestly,
They make
that's
'em-
like
they make 'em
one
for
of my
kids.
go-to. That's like my new go-to.
Wow, that made my day.
yeah, so it was
That's
different
awesome. I like,
versions. I'll check them out.
The
Yeah.
Allbirds too. I don't know if you ever tried those. They're pretty comfortable. You would
okay.
like those
Moving on.
sneakers,
Hey.
but
All right, so
Well,
what are you
so
wearing
you're
on
done,
top?
You're done
What are you wearing
ragging on my outfit here. Yeah.
All right, what are you
so-
wearing on top?
Well, so I mean, I'll draw the line. If it's like 40 or below, I mean, like I'll wear a hoodie.
40 is
but,
the line.
But I'm usually
Underneath
wearing like
a t-shirt.
Yeah, like a nice, comfy
I think
Under Armour
50 is the
t-shirt.
line for me.
Yeah, and then I'll
you
put
got
a
a
hoodie
hoodie?
on. Yeah, so like I'll
Hat
be
on?
walking, no lie, like in February, like I'll take the kids all bundled up. Like I don't set the same standard for the kids. They always say like,
Yeah, are you teaching a good example wearing shorts?
well, probably not, and there's another
I hate shorts,
side
by the
story
way.
to that. Yeah, that kind of backfired this winter. My knee kind of got infected from how cold it was from the
What?
shorts. Yeah, but it's all good now. So,
Oh.
yeah,
Like
I think
80 degrees out.
Wait, what?
it was exposed to the cold too much. It got like all
Was this
rough and
recent?
cut up. So then I think that got infected somehow. But yeah,
Yo, you gotta take care of yourself.
I
dude.
know. And then, isn't it like Men's Health Month, June?
It's mental health month for dudes.
Yeah. So we gotta
like, talk about it. But
get our
that's-
checkups.
I did not
but-
know that.
but-
But that's not mental health. That's like physical health.
Right. That's what I'm saying. I gotta like get a checkup. It's been a
Yeah,
minute.
that's just take care.
It's been a hot
But yes,
Yeah.
mental health. It is important then. Like
Yeah.
guys talk about stuff.
Right. So
All right, so can
Need
you
our
finish
me
your
time.
outfit? Finish
So
your outfit.
yeah, I'm gonna have a hoodie on probably if it's cold. If it's in the summer, I'm just wearing a t-shirt, and I'm gonna have some rags in my pockets, just for any spills and spit up that I need to clean. And I'll probably have the tush baby to finish it off. So
Okay.
yeah, my utility belt for dads.
I'll tell you what, I showed up to my niece's first birthday like a week ago or so, and I had the tush baby. Thing was handy. My son's heavy. He's
Telling
fat.
you, Yeah, it takes a toll. Yeah, he's packing on the pounds, but it takes a toll on your back.
The heaviest, I think, baby in the family right now, and he's not the oldest by any means. But he's just packing on the pounds right now.
Who is?
And my son.
Oh,
and
nice.
The tush baby was a huge relief because I'd be like, "Here, you want to hold them?" And they're like, "Oh God!" Like,
Wait, but do you work out?
After 5 minutes, your arm's gonna start.
Do you still work out?
When I can, yeah.
What do you mean when you can?
When I make time.
How much is he weighing?
He's last time he was at the doctor's, it was
he's
25,
under 30,
but he's got to be pushing like 30 now.
Right.
Oh man,
Dude,
so he's already more than my daughter.
You gotta be curling you gotta be curling those 35s, bro.
Dad strength is earned.
Curling. Like how often?
But think about it, it's the duration. So after 5 minutes of holding a 30-pound weight, you're like, I don't hold this thing.
So what are you gonna do?
Right.
Wow, that's crazy.
So you use something like tush baby. It actually does help.
Yes.
And people look at you like, oh, what is that thing? Because like a lot of like there were like a lot of infants there, and a couple of them had carriers on. They're like, oh, what is that thing? And I was like, it's tush baby. It felt cool.
True story.
My buddy Kendrick showed me it.
Yes, got you.
Yeah.
Tush baby, I do like the tush.
Dad hack. Yeah, I just used it the other day. We went bowling, and we'd taken Kenzie bowling before. This is the second time she went, and I had Carson on the tush baby, and I was like looking at my wife. I'm like, can I try something? And she's like, what are you about to do?
Yeah, why do you push your luck like that? You did that with pickleball the other day. Is that like a dad brag? Like, Kenzie, are you trying to like brag?
No, I just like to include them. But I mean, a little bit of a dad flex.
Yeah, I know it is like a dad flex. He's like, watch, I can play pickleball.
I can beat you with my daughter.
For the record, we did win
on the
by
tush
like
baby.
A margin,
but we were close.
You're not the same athlete, dude.
Yeah. Hey, well, I mean, it was a little handicap. We had to give you guys, a slight advantage.
Yeah, there you go.
But hey, back to the bowling.
Out.
So I had Carson on the tush baby, right? And yeah, he's probably pushing 20 pounds. He's going to weigh more than our daughter
20 pounds?
pretty soon. Yeah. And he's only 7 months.
So Trip is kind of small, no?
Trip's like 30 pounds. That's
that's normal?
He's got to be like 30.
That's normal?
No,
okay.
He's like high. He's like in like the 80th or 90th percentile for weight right now.
Oh, so is that
and lower
above average?
Yeah, so I would say so. Yeah, you definitely 90th percentile or above.
He's
right?
like just about there, like 80th or 90th percentile in weight. Height, he's on the lower end right now.
So dad tip is like get ready to like curl in the 40s.
That's
so
right.
You can handle your kid by like a year and a half, right?
That's
so if you start curling in the 40s, you got 2, no problem.
Yes, don't take
save
that
money
lightly.
on the tush baby.
Right.
All right, dad tip. Curl those 40s.
Yeah. Yeah, because dad strength, it's not something that's granted overnight, It's not like you hold your baby and you have this like godlike
But he does
strength.
get heavy eventually.
But yeah, I mean, it's earned. Like you put in plenty of time in squats. I don't know about you guys, but like I was squatting with Kenzie. I mean, not so much with Carson, but Kenzie needed to like the soothing squats. I would do like 500 a day just to get her calm and sleeping. Yeah, no lie. Like I was in the best shape of my life in terms of legs.
I feel like there's like just like a sense of like difference that like now you have the kid, like you just like, I don't want to say it, but like you'd like kill someone for them, like
do anything.
You like, I don't know how to explain.
I feel that for my dogs. Me and Taylor were talking about this last night. Like, there's very few things that I wouldn't do for my dogs. So I can only imagine my kid. Like,
it's even different. Like it's like I don't know.
I mean,
God forbid. Hopefully. That never is like the case.
No, but
right?
you know what I mean. That was just the example. I was like, you there's like, you know what I'm talking about, right? It's
100%.
hard to explain.
Like I had the adrenaline. This is funny you bring it up. I mean, I wasn't gonna say this story, but
come on, now you guys say it. Let's go.
It kind of fits in. Like, okay, so like, I wouldn't have done this. It was probably just like me and Shannon. No offense, but like, I would have probably taken matters in my own hands. But like, I legit. It was the night before Easter, right? And I was up late, like assembling things for the next day, getting stuff set up. And I look outside, like it's almost midnight and, it's pitch black, but I see like a figure by our car in the driveway and like this, like a tall man standing out there. And
no way.
Yeah. And he's like throwing stuff like on our lawn and like looks like he's just like planting seeds or something like that. And like,
what?
I'm like, who is this? So
what time was this?
This is midnight, and I just happen to look out the window, and I see a figure outside, and it's a tall dude. And I'm like, okay, this is weird. So I'm investigating. I beat my car horn. Doesn't faze him. Still standing there. Beep it again. Still standing there finishing up whatever he's doing. Now he starts walking closer to the house. He's coming up to the front door, and I'm just like, what do? I got kids upstairs sleeping and my wife, and the first thing that popped in my head is I hit 911. I legit dialed it and I took a step back because he's right up on our porch now. And I didn't want to like confront him, I didn't know what was going on. So I'm on the phone with the 911 operator and I'm telling him the story, how there's a strange man outside our house. And then I'm trying to like also investigate where he is. And I see him walking away from our house now. And I'm still on the phone with the operator. She's like, okay, well, I'm like, I'm going to go investigate and see what's outside. She's like, no, don't go outside. Yes. Like, no, stay inside. I'm like, I think this might be a misunderstanding. And I'm looking at it. I see the guy walking away from our house back down our cul-de-sac, and it's our neighbor. And I look outside, and there's Easter eggs all over our front lawn and an Easter basket on the front porch for our kids, 2 of them. And I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry. I'm like, this is a big misunderstanding. Like, I think that was our neighbor. And they're like, we still have to send an officer. It's protocol. And I was like, please do not.
Yeah, they got it.
And so I called the cops on the Easter Bunny.
Wait, what? Wait.
I called the police on the Easter Bunny.
Is this like a known thing that your neighbor does this?
I did not know. And then I felt bad.
But did you thank him later?
I did. I saw him.
But shouldn't he give you a heads up?
Maybe he thought I would be sleeping like most people at midnight, but
Wow.
I was actually so fired up and like the adrenaline was still like rushing through me. So I was up late, and he was driving somewhere at like 12:30 or 1, and I had to flag him down, and I was like, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to startle you with the car horn. I didn't know it was you. And he's like, oh yeah, no, I don't get startled. Don't worry about it. And he's like, I'm going to hit another house right now. I was like, you're the best. I was like, thank you so much. I was like, maybe don't, make sure they're not out there looking at you. But yeah.
Better than me. I probably would have pulled my gun out. And
well, that sums
the
up.
door.
Well, I was telling Teddy the other day, I was like, I think I kind of want to get one. Like, if we do move in to like the place.
I had my Louisville Slugger.
You never know.
you never know.
Like, you never want to use it, but
No.
like,
Right.
I don't
Never
know.
know. I probably would if I was that like
Yeah.
unsure.
Well, that's why
That was a good story.
It just goes to
Coming out.
show you never know. Like, when you do anything for your kids. So.
I would have called 911. I think I would have taken matters, and I'm an idiot. I am an idiot. I don't think
everyone's
I
different.
would have been
but,
just like, yeah,
that was the first thing
That
that
was a
popped
good
in my
move.
head, and it
That
turned
was a
into
good
a
move.
funny story. But yeah, so I
it's
actually
kind of odd that he was doing it at midnight.
That was
that's a
weird.
little weird.
But guess
that
what?
was
Like
weird.
good for that. I mean, that's cool what he was doing, but like,
Did you
Yeah,
check out the
so-
candy before you ate it?
It was
You
cute.
didn't
There
just-
was
you
there
didn't
was
just
like
feed 'em,
chalk
right?
and like bubbles. It was like all baby stuff. Yeah, no, it was like good items for 2-year-olds. But I didn't tell him until this podcast right now. I've never told him to this day that I called the cops on him.
Dude,
so
that's crazy.
he might find out if he's listening. But yeah, it just turned into a funny story.
thank you.
So.
it's a good story. I like that.
Yeah, that is.
so, yeah. Moving on.
To the friendly stranger. All right, so
Yes.
back to the original question. Are you ever ready for kid number 3, kid number 2, kid number 1, kid number 7? Are you ever ready?
Emma actually said to me the other night, well, when should we start trying again? I was like,
At least 12
"Whoa."
months, Emma. Come on.
I said, hold on now.
Yeah, Trip's like 14 months
Yeah,
now, right?
14's over that mark.
Oh, so she's been tracking.
Well, I think that's how it happened the first time so quick because she was like doing that
Oh,
tracking
the,
thing.
the science behind like trying to get pregnant, like it
She
is
was
there's like
all
an
into
app
it.
for it. Like there's like a certain day you could do this, and if
Right.
you do that,
That's what I'm
it
saying.
leads to this, and
Yeah.
like I
Should
think
be a
that's
whole
wild.
class.
I also think that birth control messes with that too. Like
Oh, I
if you're
bet.
coming, and it's definitely different for different women, but some women I feel like if you're on it for like years, like at a time, I feel like sometimes it takes a while. You have
Yeah.
to stop taking it for your body to readjust in order to get pregnant. I do believe in that because going back to the birth control you talked about earlier, real life story. I don't know if I've ever told you guys this, but I kind of was like shit my pants a little bit one day because Emma all of a sudden like kind of like changed, like became different, was like acting weird to me, like kind of
Overnight?
yeah, like, and
Oh,
then it
that
was
would've
like
freaked me
over a
out.
duration for like a few days. Like I literally had just bought her ring. I was getting ready to propose to
Oh.
her. And I was really concerned because
I remember that.
all of a
proposal.
sudden she like was acting different, like almost like I could tell like she didn't like me anymore. And I'm all in my head, and I'm like,
yo, you having
man,
cold
like-
feet?
yeah. I was like, for a second, I like,
Oh,
did I
wow.
make the wrong decision? Like I'm not too late, but I did just buy the ring. Like let me hear now. And long story short,
Oh my god!
I said to her, I was like, hey, like, what's going on? Like, like, why? Like, I feel like I didn't do anything wrong, and you're acting a certain type of way towards me. And she's like, the birth control, they changed my birth control, and I don't know, I feel differently, blah, blah, blah. So long story short, it was the birth control.
I believe
She
that.
changed it. I swear to God, everything was fine again. And then I like was like, all right, good. Like,
Yeah,
thank
so
God.
now,
And
now
then
I
like,
can actually go on with the plan.
yeah, I think like a month or two after that, it wasn't very long after then I proposed to her.
Oh, you waited,
But
so
I actually was scared because I
you
was like,
had cold feet for 2 months.
whoa. Yeah, well, I held it. I held it. I mean, my family makes fun of me. I held it. I had the ring for a few months, definitely.
Yeah. So, well, I'm glad.
I know some people like my
Glad
cousin
she said yes.
He had it. It was like burning a hole in his pocket, and then he
Yo,
just
I had
did
my
it.
ring
And
for
I
like
feel
2
like
days.
you would be like that.
I
yeah,
think I got it, and I proposed that night. I was like, I was waiting for. Well, I mean, I made her wait for so long, but I was just like, yeah,
Yeah, but hey, you still pulled it off.
no second thoughts. So
That's it.
Yeah.
no second
no
thoughts.
reservations. Yeah, mine was I feel like they gave the biggest ring box possible. You know, I got
Well, good thing you got those cargo shorts on.
the engagement. I had my biggest pair because I was prepared. You know, went to Seaside.
You proposed in shorts?
I did. It was summer. It was boardwalk. You know, yeah. It's August. That was August 9th, 2017. Yeah, and I'll never
August
forget.
9th.
Yep.
Nice.
So 8 + 9 is 17. I'm a math guy, so I like those cool dates.
8,
but
8, 24, dog.
hey, there we go. Shout out Kobe, Mamba mentality. So yeah, I mean,
That's cool.
yeah, no, there's so many side stories I can go on here, but I mean, for that one, like I remember I had it planned at Seaside, like, you know, I had this Build-A-Bear and I planted it in an arcade.
I remember you were
Remember
into
that?
that.
And you guys actually worked at that arcade, I believe, the Coin
did.
Castle.
Yeah.
I used to come. but
Yeah,
I
like
didn't work there.
So our whole like inner circle worked there, and like the one manager who knew this plan called out on the night that I was going to propose to Shannon. So she was the only one that I was aware of that knew like the bear I needed to get, you know, like I wasn't going to have enough tickets probably to get this bear.
Oh, because you made it a prize.
Yeah, so it was in the prize box. I could see
Yo,
it there.
that was good.
So my brother, my little
That's
bro,
sketchy.
he's communicating with me as I'm pulling up to Seaside, and he's like trying to talk in code to me. So he's talking about fantasy football. He's like, "Oh yeah, you know,
You guys are so
this
smart.
one person, yeah, you know." Yeah, Siobhan,
like
she's on
Keough's.
the injury list now, but don't worry, it's all good. Like he's trying to give me code that like the manager called out, but like he reworked another plan, so I just got to go in blind and hope for the best. So I was actually pretty smart. It was because Shannon was right there next to me, and I'm like, oh yeah, he was calling about fantasy football stuff.
Why didn't he just text you?
He maybe didn't think I would get back to it because I was on a big date. So I don't know. That's the only thing I can think of. So
Wow, that's
he
incredible.
called. Yeah, so it worked out, you know. And
Kyle, right?
yeah.
Shout out Kyle, dude.
Yeah, he made
That's
it
awesome.
happen. So that was crazy. But yeah, I got the bear. We went down, and I was still like not letting Shannon hold the bear because I wanted to get to the beach. I didn't want to do it in like too public of a.
Oh, so you wanted the
location.
prize and you held the prize?
Yeah, I'm like, oh, this bear's great, and I'm like holding on to it, which
that's
is so
weird.
like not like me. So she's probably like, oh, he really likes this bear. But then we got to the beach, and I was like, did you actually get a chance to hold this and look at it yet? So she's like observing and
Wait,
checking
did you
it
rip
out.
it open?
It was on the bottom paw print. It was like,
Oh.
will you marry me? And yeah, so eventually I had to be like, did you look at like the feet? And then like she finally like looked at it, and
That's
and,
crazy.
Yeah, sunset. It was a blood moon that night, full moon. It was a good.
You get
night.
any photos?
Oh yeah, I'm sure we could pull some up
Yeah,
there.
show us
from
later.
2017, yeah, no doubt.
2017. So
Yeah,
coming up
so-
on 8 years.
Yep, good math.
Wow, this
so,
August.
Yeah, that's it.
And in
So,
2 years, 10 years. It's an Annie.
yeah, so we gotta plan something. All right, yeah, gotta get.
All right, so
something
answer
in
the question.
works.
Are you ever ready?
Yes.
Oh, really? All right, so that kind of
Yeah. See, I
defeats the whole.
threw you for a loop.
Yeah.
so,
okay.
I
Interesting.
think you're ready. You know, are you talking about for a third kid or just in general?
Yeah, I guess both.
Guess you're as ready as you're ever gonna be.
Yes, I feel like once again, not to
But you probably haven't experienced
Put fake
everything
news
because
out.
you never experienced three
Oh, no.
kids.
Right. No. So in that sense, like, you know, there's always going to be curveballs that are thrown your way.
Another
but
dynamic. You're outnumbered.
Well, that's why I always love watching that Trophy Foods like videos. It's like
Right.
seeing those dynamic inside that like place. It's just like I'm like, dude, kudos to you. Like you make it like he gives you time like stamps and it's like it's 10:13.
Right.
And he does like A, B, and C. He's
Yeah.
like, it's 10:47. And then one kid's like yelling in the back and he's like and he's talking and I'm like, dude, I can't even edit videos, let alone do all this while filming, while talking, while I'm like,
and he's got 3 kids too. So
Yes.
he's living in that beautiful
While
chaos.
he's power
so-
washing his
so like, is he
floors.
like, yeah, and, like it's so funny and like he's commenting. So like if I'm you, like I'm watching those videos, like
It's genius
what
because
3 kids?
I just said that this morning. Like the only type of video I can film that would be productive with my kids running around is
It's
cleaning,
cleaning.
right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
I'm actually cleaning the house, which is something I need to do anyway,
Yeah.
and then I'm filming it. But then it's the editing and all that.
I
so-
do like, I don't know if you do, but I do like a reset of Tripp's playroom,
Oh yeah.
like our living room, because Emma will take him up to bed, and I feel like that's my new routine now. Like I have a little bit of OCD, so I like clean it up, but I feel like I don't know, weirdly in my head, I'm like maybe he'll think it's like everything's like different the next day. I don't know. Like, you know what I mean? Like I try to surprise him.
Interesting.
But I clean up instead of just
so you
leaving
do it for him, but like you're also doing it to clean.
Yes.
They noticed that too.
Yes.
He
That's
probably
interesting.
he's like, oh, this is different. This is a new setup today. I bet he notices that, just like dogs and cats realize.
And I don't even know if my wife knows I do it. I just do it because I want to clean, but also
I mean, she knows someone cleans them.
Yeah,
It's not like you guys
I mean,
have a ghost.
and it doesn't take long for there
It's
to
the
be
elf on the shelf.
Everyone's like, I didn't clean this. Who did it? Trip? Enzo?
Shannon's sometimes like, did you clean this? And I'm like, should I take credit for this? And she actually cleaned it and didn't even realize.
Andrew's just dodging like when he's throwing toys around.
So that's your pup, right?
Yeah,
That's funny. So, TJ, you agree? Yes? You're ready for number 2?
Yeah, I do. I think, like I said before, I think I'm as ready as I'm gonna be. If in
For whatever comes.
sense, yeah, for whatever comes. Yes,
Ready or
That's
not.
a good answer. Here they come.
Yeah, I feel like maybe to flip the question a little bit too, like, do you know if you're not ready? Because like I feel like,
Ooh,
go ahead. Yeah, what do you think? Like, do you know if there's
I'm
a time you're
assuming-
not ready?
I would assume so. I think it's like there's people that have like those happy accidents. Like it's just like it's not like a serious accident, but it happens.
Yeah.
And I think it's like, all right, cool. Like we could handle it. It's kind of just like it's gonna test the relationship.
Right.
Like is the relationship ready? Like
That's a good
Ooh,
question.
what have
that's
you-
what I'm talking about.
like what have you guys been through? Like is this like is this gonna be your first trip of like adversity that you're gonna face? Like is this gonna be like the first time you guys had to like work together as a team? Like have you guys been on vacation yet? Like have you been on like a 12-day like road trip in Europe yet?
Have you shared
Have
your
you guys like not
toothbrushes yet?
Yeah, it's just like what have you experienced and like what's been your biggest test? Because this could be the ultimate test. Like that's like plain and simple. Like you guys are in this for life,
Right.
or at least until it's 18 legally.
Yeah.
But like the idea is like you guys got to figure it out for 18 years.
yeah.
So, have you ever done that? No. So
yeah, is this
You're
like
as ready as you're gonna be. That's what that comes back.
how
I
much
feel.
Right.
how well you prepared? Like
I
your
will
relationship.
say though, for people, I mean, I think finances. I would highly suggest trying to get your finances
always
set,
know that. Yeah,
unless you have a whoopsie and you figure it out. But
you always make it work.
that would be the first thing that comes to my mind because having a kid is not cheap. So
yeah.
diapers, man?
See, I think I take it back. I think it's the support system. I think the support system is like, what does that look like? If it is just you two, all right, what is that going to look like for the next couple months? What is that going to look like for the next 12 to 18 months? And like build around that. And I think if your support system is more than just you two, all right, let's prepare that. Like, what does that look like in your schedule?
Right.
Like, where does this not become a burden for like the people around you too?
Yeah.
It's like, how do we make this work? So like, I think it's like the support system is the key. Then if you have the support system, you figure out the finances
you do,
and you figure out
do.
like the, what were you saying?
Yeah, just like that mindset. Like, you know, are you ready or not? Like, or
Yeah.
like, do you have like that feeling that you would be in a good place to raise a human? Because, you know, they'll be able to tell, like, even if they can't walk or talk, like they'll feel like if there's bad energy, like,
Yeah.
if, you know, like you said, relationship comes first. If it's like an ultimatum, you're trying to save a marriage or something like that. We've said that before. Like that's a bold strategy.
Hopefully that's like goes without saying.
That's only going to complicate matters. So, but
But
yeah.
it could be one-sided. It could be like someone thinks that like it could save it.
Right. Yeah. And maybe one person's 100% ready and the other person is like,
So how do you
has
define
no
that
idea.
support system? That support system is just one person.
Right. And
So like when that's the support system, that's not easy.
yeah. So, I mean, it's good to have both people on board, at least to, you know, the idea of becoming a parent. So like, I know personally, my wife and I, like there was times where we weren't ready, you know, when we were younger, like we were still working some other things out in our lives. Like we weren't ready to like start raising kids yet. We had cats. So that's always a good bridge. I feel like the fur babies.
I think it starts with that. It's like the transparency. It's like, let's talk about
Yeah.
it. I think there's a lot of couples that like, I don't say it's weird to talk about, but it's like, I think sometimes if you're not even thinking in that mindset and someone brings it up, I think it catches you off guard.
yeah.
But like, I think there comes a time where like, it's like, all right, it's fair for someone to bring it up. And if that's something they want, that's something to talk through. And I think that's where
It's
it
like
starts.
that time, right? It's like it starts ticking, and then like, you know, you start approaching whatever
Oh, I
age you
hate
want to
that
call,
clock.
right?
No, there's no clock. I
Yeah,
think
no, I'm
nowadays
just
with all
saying,
the
though.
technologies, like and like all the things that are out there, like you see women having kids at like 45,
the damn
50.
clock.
Or like what?
Not
You
that that's
you can
ideal,
freeze them
but-
now. Like you can freeze them nowadays. Like think about it.
Yeah,
There's
I'm
so
just
much.
saying,
So, like-
you know, you're getting to that dinner, you know, you're both
But that's
like
where I hate the people that
approaching 30, and
they
you're like,
treat it as like checking the box.
how about kids?
They're like, all right, cool.
Yeah.
So we're together. You propose. We get married. oh, we get married, we go on a honeymoon, then we get a house, and then, oh, we got to have a kid now. And it's like, all right, let's move into the house, let's have a kid. It's like checking the box. And then it's like after the first kid, it's like, all right, let's have kid number 2.
Right.
Let's upgrade the house. It's like you get trapped in this like checking the box, but like people are like always trying to skip to that next step and forget like
not focusing on
it's just
what's
like
going on.
Yeah, it's like
and you
enjoy
don't have to,
that.
You don't have to go in that order. Make your
Not
own
even
order.
that order. It's like just do what like let life happen
Yeah.
and like react to it the way you want it to go.
Enjoy and live in the moment.
Yeah,
That's
it's
right.
like don't speed it up. And I always tell like people, I'm just like you know what? Like you can't always fast forward everything. Just like you know what? If you're going through something, just go through it.
Yeah.
Like just handle like the lows, roll with the punches, and like when you're going through something good, just enjoy it.
Yeah. And honestly, that's the best advice. Even if you don't feel like you're ready
Yeah.
per se, like it still is a beautiful miracle, you know? Like I've had students in the past that I'm so proud of that have finished high school, you know, while pregnant, you know, or having a young child. Like, you know, so that probably wasn't
I
like
couldn't even imagine that.
wasn't
Like,
their ideal
kudos to
time,
them.
I'm sure. Yeah.
But people make
like-
it happen. They make
Right.
it work. And
And
I
then
think that's a
I
true
think
testament.
the support system has definitely got to be big in those
Yeah.
situations
100%,
at a young
yeah.
age, because you're still trying to figure out yourself, your identity as a person,
Right.
and then you have a kid coming in. I mean, definitely support system's got to be big there, or else.
Oh, yeah.
I
it's
truly
gonna be
believe
rough.
if you have a
Right,
support
but-
system, you can do anything you want in this life.
Oh, yeah.
It's like
So
whatever that is for you, lean on it because that's what
absolutely.
you got. So
And the way I look at it, you have more time with
Yeah.
your child then, you know? So you have more time to hang out with them. Like if you're 18 and you have a kid, 19, like you have, you know, let's say an extra 10 years like of bonding and memories with them. So, you know, in a different type of relationship maybe. So, you know, everything like you said, everything happens for a
wait,
reason.
so Keough, not to interrupt you, but
Yeah.
if we're bringing you back to Kenzie's first prom that she gets invited to, you got the 17-year-old kid picking her up in his new car, and you got one joke to impress him.
Oh,
You got one joke coming in as his dad to impress him. This is gonna make or break this, whatever you want this situationship to be. So what is this joke? What do you tell him?
Situationship.
Oh man. Okay. So on the spot, here we go. So I would say, yeah, I would really have to get to know the kid. If I'm just meeting him right now, then maybe I start with something simple like, hey, why can't you trust those trees out there? Because they're shady. But if he's more sophisticated and I
You think
get
that's
to know
gonna rub
him,
him off the right way?
Oh yeah, I mean it depends on the type of crowd.
I'd be
that's a
like,
tough crowd.
are you calling me shady?
Yeah, well, I'd be telling him I'm watching you. Better get her home by
All right,
10.
There we go.
But here we go. So this was a pregnancy episode, give or take, right? Ready or not. So let's say, you know, you go to the hospital, right? And, you know, it's go time. So your wife's like in pain. You're driving down the highway trying to get there in time. You just pull up into the delivery room or, you know, wherever you check in.
At midnight.
Yeah, and you see the doctor, right? Yeah, whatever time of day it is, and your wife starts screaming, and she's like, "Wouldn't, couldn't, shouldn't, don't." And then you're like, "My wife is screaming." Like you're telling the doctor, like, "What's going on here, doc?" And he goes, "Oh, don't worry, those are just contractions." Right? See, TJ gets it. He gets it.
See, like now
Oh
the
man.
joke's gonna be I didn't get it, but I got it.
Yeah, yeah. So okay,
All right, so we're still working on those. We're still working on
audience,
those.
bring them in.
Yeah,
So
please share your favorite dad jokes because Kendrick's gonna try this every time.
I'm trying
until
to make
he makes
Kevin
me
laugh.
laugh. 'Cause
Hey,
I told him, I'm not gonna lie.
Well,
I'm not gonna
how
fake
about when the
laugh.
baby's born, right? So they just come out and you got to wrap them in a bunch of blankets because you got to keep them at womb temperature.
Ooh.
I told you, come back next week.
I struck
Right.
out.
And then one thing we always want to wrap up on is something we talked about, and I think this started with like your students kind of like raving about you, and like I can only imagine how big of a celebrity you feel like in your hallways. It's like Keough, it's just like Mr. Keough, Dad.
Keough's
Like,
definitely
dude,
the cool guy.
I'm sure that feels
Hey.
so good, but like, so keep those comments coming, and I want TJ always kind of share it. And I think you shared like one of the comments in that TikTok video about the flip cup game.
Oh yeah, it was the person. I don't remember verbatim what it was exactly, but it was like the goal is basically to figure out who pees himself or something like that. It was
Last?
funny.
Yeah.
Who pees himself last?
Well,
So
we
maybe that could be the
appreciate
next game.
We appreciate all the comments and the support, and
Yeah, keep
you
it
know,
coming.
My
I got-
students, I love you guys.
I got a cool story we'll end on real quick if you
Yeah,
don't
yeah.
mind.
Yeah.
I was out to dinner last night with my wife and kid, and then my brother-in-law, sister-in-law, and their 2 kids. And there was we got the babies. My son's very energetic. He's screaming. I'm like, calm down. You know, we're at a pretty nice place. And thank God they put us like kind of in the corner. My brother was like, oh, thank God. I was like, yeah, I think they knew.
They do that
and
all the
there was
time.
This one couple in the corner, and I sat down. I was like, oh man, these people are gonna hate themselves, like sitting there. So dinner's going on, and like all of a sudden, Trip screams again, and I was like, oh man. And they look over, and we're like, oh, we're so sorry. And they actually look at us. They're like, no, we don't mind at all. We have kids of our own. They're about 25, 30 now, and they said, you know, please enjoy this and take this all in, because before you know it, they're going to be 30. Wow. And I was just like, I kind of got the chills in that moment, because I've heard that before, and I can only imagine, you know, his 1 year went by so quick. So I could, you know, and you could see they can relate. So then after, I'm like, oh man, like they get it. Like being a parent is special. And
it's just like
they were so cool about it.
Hearing it firsthand from them too, like they might be empty nesters at that point, you know.
Yeah,
like
and they said, they were like, yeah, we miss it. We, you know, now they're older. We're on our own. So
just goes back to what we said, you know, try to stay in that moment and enjoy every part of it, and you know,
the highs and the lows, enjoy them.
That's right. Even the 3 a.m. diaper changes, right? When you got to close your eyes and just think you're gonna miss this one day, because we will. So
what?
Yeah,
Right,
100%.
So this almost wraps it up.
Yeah.
And I guess we're still trying to figure out this outro. So maybe we end off with what?
Hey, like I said before, let me get it right this time, all right? We're dads, not experts. So not experts, just dads.
Just winging it.
One diaper at a time. Thanks
That's
for
right.
joining in, guys.
We're the dad chapter. Thanks, everybody.
Boom, boom, boom.
Boom. I thought that was a good outro. Ollie Pop. Work hard so my cat can have a better life.
Yeah, we could
Stomach aches.
work on the outro now.
This helps me every time.
I like the intro.
Oh, yeah. That was
Intro
good.
was pretty
Keep
good.
it simple.
Julian, you got your work cut out for you this week. Well, luckily we got 2 weeks, so
He's he looks like
he's
ending.
locked in.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if he's hearing us.
I just think, I don't know, maybe we got more time, but like, dude, you really got to work on the jokes.
Dude, what do you want
Like
from me?
that joke was too long.
The
It's like you
contractions
lost.
one?
Yeah, you lost me, dude. Like that's. Like, I think we gotta go. We gotta go PG-13 for the jokes. Like I need some sort of like raunchiness. It's like it's like wouldn't, couldn't do it. It's just like, dude, too
Yeah,
long.
the contractions.
I was like, all right, what's he gonna say? And then
All right, so-
TJ laughs at everything.
The womb temperature. That's
You're so
good,
Yeah,
right?
no, that's like you're trying to. You had that. You could tell that was a backup joke,
Yeah,
but you could tell it was too short, so it couldn't be your main joke.
Right. Well,
You're so predictable. Come on.
Okay. Well, I'm going to take one from the viewers next week. So
No, don't blame it on them.
Yeah,
This is your
no.
homework assignment.
yeah. Okay. Well, I'll
All
try
right,
to get
Mr.
some.
Keough's getting his first homework assignment, and he's keep failing. So, kids, every day in class, ask them, "You got a joke?" And
Hey.
then grade them.
C's get degrees. That's all I got to say. C's get degrees.
No, that's not. You don't say that to your students.
Definitely doesn't say that.
Yeah,
Well, I'll try to get a B+ on the next
yeah. He
one.
gives everyone a B+. Yeah,
Yeah.
if you haven't checked out Kendrick's personal page, B+ dad. You got
Shameless plug.
TJ, aren't you like Big Woody 3 or something?
No, that was an old college name.
Big Woody. What was that?
This
Sigma
is all
Pi?
for the bloopers right here.
The mom.
Was that an hour? I didn't even look at when we
To be
started.
honest, I didn't look when we started,
Yeah, me
but
either.
I kind of looked like partially in, so I kind of want to just gauge it. But
I think it was close to it.
Yeah, like I said, if it's anywhere between like 45 to an hour, I think that's perfect.
Well, I took a picture right before we started, and we started at. We didn't even start until 1:45. So we got so we're going. So
No,
this
that's
could be,
what I'm saying. Like
guys. So this would be like quick real hitters.
Oh,
Like,
so that's good. That's good.
all right.
We did good then.
All right. So
Yeah.
yeah. Wait, quick reel hitters. Yeah.
episode name is
Did we say that?
like isn't there a song like "Ready or Not"? Here they come. Or like
Something like that.
like-
Yeah.
Like we're gonna find you.
Oh yeah.
Don't you?
I don't know that one. But
And then it's like
No,
that.
no, I know what he's talking
Then it's
about.
like the Easter
I'm
Bunny
horrible with the
man.
names.
are
No,
you ready for
Wait,
it?
so the
How
Easter
about
Bunny,
T Swift?
the Easter Bunny guy, you gotta find him. You gotta
Oh,
get a
yeah.
picture with him.
I got to have him listen to this podcast.
We gotta find out why does he do this?
Because
and
he's
why
just
you?
a nice guy.
But why
but
you?
I
Because
didn't
you
know-
have
Why-
kids.
I didn't
Why
know
did
that
he
was
not
going
get
with that story?
Why
Yeah.
did he not get alarmed when I beeped the horn like 5 times? He was just
Because he knew he
unfazed.
wasn't doing anything bad.
Yeah, but still,
But, like, you
I,
didn't-
I saw him later. He's literally like, he's like, I saw you in the window.
But why did it? Oh, he saw you.
He's an ex-military. Yeah, he's not fazed by anything.
He's
So-
so
Yeah.
he's like a badass.
Yeah, so he's up late all the time. Like he's the last one up in the neighborhood. I always see his truck like driving
What
late
do you
at night.
mean? What does he do?
He takes the dogs for a drive. Maybe he walks them. I don't know. Middle of the night.
Are you nervous that we're talking about him?
No, he's a cool guy.
Does he watch this?
Probably not.
Yo, how about that waitress at the diner?
Oh yeah, shout out to
Kendrick like whips out the QR code and like,
yeah.
yeah, guys. So that QR code that we posted, if you just show it to people, it brings it to your YouTube page.
Yeah.
And
Yes.
guys, it's I always see this on the YouTube channel pages, and they
Yeah,
always say,
smash that subscribe
guys,
button.
we can't do this without you guys. So please subscribe. And the goal is like we do want to get to 1,000 subscribers because like I don't know. Eventually, like the reason why it's like let's see how far we could go with this. But like
That's right.
now we're just having fun with it.
To the summit.
And like so, if you like it, you like it. But personally, I think the last couple episodes have been a little boring. So just we're gonna try to spice it up a little bit, be a little bit more
PG-13.
us, and less like I don't know. So tell us what you want to hear. Tell us what you want to see, and just let this show help you in the way we want it to.
That's right. The Dad Chapter community.
The Dad Chapter.
Open for all.